Okay, this is kind of serious. Okay, Bass Boys fishing fans. If you looked at the thumbnail at the and the stream title, this is serious news. We need to talk about this. This is worldwide news. We need to talk about. It's nothing that we need to be totally concerned about, but we do need to get informed on. Um, you know the we have launched a missile. Our United States military. I don't know what branch. I think it's the Navy. The Navy responds to anything first. But I think one of our carrier groups, if you haven't paid attention to news, did launch a missile at Baghdad International Airport. Why am I bringing this up? Lunker TV brought it up, and he made a good point, and I'll just do it from a point of view of a 19-year-old. Now, he made a point because he was in the military. He was over there fighting for our freedom, and a lot of people are right now. I just want to say that there's troops over there at the U.S. Embassy protecting it right now over in Baghdad. And if you haven't paid attention to the news, Donald Trump just sent about 1,000 troops over, and then he's got another hundreds of thousands of troops on standby, just in case shit goes down. And when I mean shit goes down, if shit goes down, where we got Iran's army getting involved, or terrorist groups getting involved, or people's feeling just getting guns and starting shooting up the place, or prepared. But I don't think they want to mess with the U.S. government and our military. People may suggest, well, was me think about it. It's not World War One anymore. It's not World War Two. That's done. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have. It's. I mean, I look. I watched Longest TV video. He said, and I quote, that they have an army, a small army, but they won't have the balls to do something stupid. He said, I quote, that us Americans don't think our military is big. And he said that our military is big. You don't realize. And he said we might have our fingers full, but our hands not completely full. So he said we might have our hands partially onto something. But but if there's nothing going else on in the world, imagine how much power the US military has. So I just want to bring this up because to the point is I just want to say this. I know for a fact that the Iraq and Iran armies will not challenge us. Go back in history, back in, I want to say 90, 91, to, was the Iraq war ended in 93, 94. We went to the Middle East. We kicked Iraq's army's butt once. They don't even want to think about it again. They won't even dare to challenge us to another conflict or confrontation with our armies. Last time that happened, it didn't end well. We destroyed their oil fields. We brought back Iowa-class battleships. We targeted the oil fields, like I said. Our Air Force went in, shot down the Air Force. Our Marines, the Marine Corps and the Army went there, neutralized their army, surrounded Baghdad, and we ended up assassinating one of the most powerful leaders over there. We assassinated Saddam Hussein. I think I don't know if I said that correctly, but that's what we did. And before I get ahead, you might be thinking, why are you making a video about this? We all know, we all watch the news. I am making a video about this because of the fact I am 19. If you are like between your 20s to 30, you may either not be deployed, or you might not even be in the military, or you might be like, oh my God, that could be me. I'm just saying this for high school kids getting out of high school. I know that the U.S. government, I mean, not the U.S., but the U.S. military will not issue a draft. They won't, I mean, the draft board, they won't, well, what's the correct word? The recruiting officers won't, they won't come and draft you into the army. It's you go in there and you volunteer to go in. You go in yourself. They won't come knocking at your door saying when you going in, you got no choice. This ain't Vietnam anymore. This ain't World War II. This ain't Korea War anymore. After that, after Vietnam, they stopped that. No, that was all voluntary. Everyone who fought in the Iraq War and Afghanistan now and anything up to terrorism, everyone's it's a voluntary to recruit. They went to the recruiting office willingly what they know they're gonna get into and what they're expecting, and they've been told this is what you're gonna do if you're gonna sign up. They went by themselves and signed up. Now, high school kids, if you want to, I'm not saying from a person who's been in the military. I'm not in the military. I got epilepsy. I would have went into the Navy if I didn't. If I was in the Navy right now, I probably would have been deployed off or either in the Gulf, the Persian Gulf, or the Mediterranean, just to keep tabs. Now, I got a friend, Instagram buddy, and I've been following her, Instagram, keeping up. Supposedly, one day she's Christmas party, next day somewhere on a ship, and I'm guessing she's in somewhere heading towards the Middle East because you got something just happened over there. Now you got ships going heading over there, so I bet you they're doing something. And I don't think she's on a carrier. I think she's either on a cruiser or a destroyer. To be honest, I'm not gonna ask. I know that's kind of secretly they don't want you to know where they are, but they will tell you. Trump even announced, hey, the president even announced, like, hey, we're sending the naval forces over to the Middle East to protect and to um, not challenge, but to occupy over there and sending a message, blah, 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 that we're not messing around. So that general, I think, I'm going to get the facts correctly here. I'm going to bring up a page. So the yes. Oh. I see you. I'm going. They done this before. All right, so this is a news title. MSN News. Missile hits near the U.S. embassy in Baghdad after a fatal prosecution for Iran's general. Um, why did the U.S. military launch a missile? Well, because TV went over this in more detail. He's from experience. He's telling you why. If you don't know, I'll put a link down in the video. I'll make in the chat before I close this live stream. I will put it down in the comments. You click on this video and he discusses everything in detail. But I'm going to say the exact same thing, but in less detail. The U.S. general, not U.S. but the Iraqi general, he was involved that got shot and killed by a missile. He was involved during the Iraq War, and his group of I want to say followers, but his group of people that in the military he was involved with. He was involved with parties and such. I'm not gonna go into detail. Well, the group, the whole group didn't know what the heck they're going on, but he wasn't. He didn't create this thing, but he distribute information to terrorist groups about how to make IEDs. And that's why the US government and the US military, when they found them, they launched a missile. I know they did it at the international airport. I don't know any civilian casualties got killed. I didn't read the whole thing. I just got down why the military did this and that, and what and why they did it, and how they're backing themselves up. The military, our military, wouldn't be the U.S. military, our military. If you live in the United States, would not have done a militia strike if they one didn't have the correct information. Two, if they didn't know for sure or anything like that. And three, if they didn't have a reason to back their side up. So if they didn't have a reason to do it and they couldn't back the side up, then obviously because they would have got called in to the U.S. nations office, NATO forces would have questioned them. What part of NATO forces or every NATO ally would have been like, why did you do this and that? I bet you right now, England, Germany, Russia, China, Japan, their government they didn't knew about this, but Donald Trump probably told them, say, hey, this guy, they all knew he was a guy that distribute information how to make IDs to terrorist groups after the war. I don't know if it was after or during, but it was. I think if I'm correct, I think it was after the war. Don't hold me up on it, but he did. That's why he got shot. Because when I looked at him, I'm like, why did you shot Iran, Iraq, not Iran, but a general over there? I thought everything was good. There's still some bumps in the roads. If you can see, if you can't see, there's some bumps in the roads. Besides from Saudi Arabia, no, sorry, besides from Syria, right? Syria, terrorist stuff going on over there, like local terrorist stuff, another bit, and this is post 9/11, so anything over there that threats the United States or any allied country will be military actions will be put into place. So this would have happened to England, and England done this, they would have been England would have done it. The UK would have. The UK had him on tabs, and so do we. And the UK just say to Donald Trump, "Hey, we're doing this. Let us do it. We got tabs on him. We know where he is." And Donald Trump would have been like, "Maybe okay, sure, go ahead. We got you back." Donald Trump wouldn't have given the okay if our military didn't know where exactly he was, instead of just bombing a town. Thanks to modern technology, I don't know, say this is a good thing. Instead just putting down dummy bombs so we don't have control of them. Radar guided missiles or fantastic infantry that the military can have their hands on. Now, is it good? Yes, but if we get into the hands of our enemies, then that's not good. But I do want to say one thing. It's really hard to kind of stand by and see this happening where I can't do anything about it. You can do something by voting, of course, in the next presidential election, or going to your congressman or to your governor and send him a letter saying, I don't like what I'm seeing. Can we do it a different way? Well, with the military, this really is no different way. Anyone would have done it. It's sad. I mean, I'm going from all angles here from people. I know it's sad that, and I know it's something stupid, but that it just came out of nowhere. The United States government never put anything out. Trump never said anything. I follow him on Twitter, so I didn't notice him saying, putting a tweet a day out earlier saying we got tabs on this guy. We're planning to take him out. Don't be surprised if you hear a lot of commotion going on. Yeah. So Lunkers TV does this whole video about it. He does this whole video. He does this. He gets it done. Amazing work. He put facts down there. He did a video about it. I think it's a 15-minute video. I didn't really pay attention to the time. I was just focused on the information because I'm anything involved with our military. I'm dedicated to support them. But as a United States citizen, I am highly highly want to make sure the information I'm getting is correct, especially if it comes from the government. Why? So with anything with military strategy or U.S. government history, I'm really good at keeping tabs on both. So I want to be acknowledged that why we did this. I want to be informed, and that's what the government told us. Our government. Why did we launch the missile? Like I said, because of that general. Don't know his name. Lunker TV tried to pronounce his name, but he was an Iran general. Not Iraq, my bad. Iran general killed in Baghdad International Airport because of by a missile. Now you may be asking, why a missile? Why cause that much damage? Why to send in troops? Well, we could have done something. The CIA could have went over there. Their special division could have went over there and eliminated. We could have sent the SEAL team over there or something, or we could have sent the Marine Corps over there and just But then that would have alerted them, saying, oh crap, someone's looking for me. We could have done, we could, like I said, we could have brought the SEAL teams like we did for Bin Laden that caused 9/11, but we didn't. I don't know what they're gonna do with the airport. I don't know who's gonna pay for the damages. But he was there, and I don't know why, but they launched a missile at him, and he went out with a bang. Clearly, he went out with a bang. So, I mean, it's really sad to see, damage, but it's one of those things that, like, is our U.S. is our military overpowering? Is our if no, let me put this way: if it's our government and our military got too much power, did we use too much force? Was it too much, or was it not enough? My point of view is yes, it was slightly. We could have done it a little bit more quieter, a little bit more subtle, but we can launch. It's probably better than actually have to worry about causing another war. But I don't think this will cause a war. I think this is going to disturb them. The Iraqi and Iranian government. I know this whole thing might come across them like, hey, but if they knew that he was there, I don't know who tipped us off. If it was someone over there say, hey, this dude, we know he did it, but hey, he's over here now, and it was an Iran or Iraq government officials or something like this. They say, hey, we got him. He's over here. Go half at him. Go get him. We'll be like, sure. So obviously we got information that he was there. I don't know who was working in the inside. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what there was objective. Obviously, but if I would have looked at it, we could have brought in the SEAL team and have them deployed over there really quickly and done it, because the president could have actually had the SEAL team go over there and done it. Now, if they knew where he lived, and if this was like somewhere, okay, this is middle of nowhere, no one would notice, I think he would have launched SEAL Team 6 or something like that over there. I really think so. But a missile strike kind of sends a message too. So, I mean, it's kind. I got I got neutral feeling for it right now, but I mean, but right now I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, one guy who's did a horrible thing in life and prevent him causing any more lives to be lost, and those lives who have been lost kind of is payback for the families, and stuff. So, sending, and it's also, I think it's, karma's a bitch. I don't want to say that, but I did. But it's really painful. I mean, it's painful in the eyes of people who don't understand. But if you understand why, it's really just kind of simple. I didn't want to do this live stream. I was gonna make a video about it. It's I'm seeing this everywhere, popping up everywhere. I thought I should at least announce that yes, it did happen. It's just really going on now about us teenagers and stuff. Um, don't worry. Um, if you don't want to go in the military, you don't have to. Donald Trump is not gonna have the military go to door to door and knock and say, "We want you. You coming with us? You coming with us?" No. It's voluntary basis. You're gonna get. I mean, voluntary. You don't get paid, but you go in the army willingly to sign up, or the Marine Corps, or whatever branch of the military, and you go on this dotted line, say, I, I willingly am choosing to join up, kind of thing. So I want to tell you a quick story, and it kind of went back. My father, he is still alive. I'm grateful. He was in the Navy. I think for him service, and he's got a sore spot about that subject about Iraq and ran over there because during the Iraq War he was over there, the, defending our country, and what he was doing is he wasn't on ground. He was in the Navy. He was flying a helicopter, and he was just keeping tabs. What he was doing was anti-submarine warfare anti-submarine warfare operator and rescue swimmer. So he did some dangerous stuff back then, and what he had for information, he probably couldn't tell me now because of the fact if I knew, I couldn't tell you, and then if I knew, then the government be like, okay, now you got to go to federal prison because you know. But I'm not talking about secret stuff. I mean, well, he did at the time. He couldn't tell anyone. But what he heard over the radio in his helicopter unit of F-14s and F-18s and A-10s, they were all calmly to air control or whatever. So when he was flying off his destroyer he was on, he could hear communication between aircraft carrier squadrons and stuff. And say, yeah, we just came back. And of course, when you go to port, every sailor, every soldier will talk and say, we just did this and that. So it's sad, especially if you see on TV. So that's why my dad's like, they're not stupid enough. So my dad told me this once, they're not stupid enough to do it again. Um, so am I? Do I think they're gonna do it again? No. Honestly, if they pulled, they're like I said, they got a military, but I don't think their military is capable of having a week's worth of straight on fighting and battling and exchanging lead. But honestly, they don't have a navy. Our navy's way bigger. So first of all, I'm gonna tell you facts right now. Our navy is bigger than theirs. Iran, Iran, and Iraq. There's a joke there, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Marine and Army combined, we got a lot of troops, a lot of tanks. We got tanks divisions. We got artillery. We got our aircraft groups, our carrier groups. We got a lot of aircraft. It's just we will wipe them out easy. It's like I don't say piece of trash. It's like a size 10 boo versus an ant. Who's gonna win? The boot, right? Our military is like a boot against an ant. An ant is strong, but not indestructible. No one is. But we got. But the point of that is just to show us how much more power we have. So, Coach was gonna send a message to everyone saying, "Don't f with us." Of course, we're gonna do it, obviously. But my thought is we should have done it a little quieter. But yet again, I mean, I'm not in the military, so I can't really, tell you or who were thinking at the time. Obviously, they had to give an order, and the order said to come through somewhere. So they were given an order to do it. That's all I can say. They were given an order to do it. I don't know who gave the order. I think the president did. I think the president had this all planned out secretly. That way the public wouldn't know, or that way no one goes on social media and say, "Hey, you're gonna get killed today, buddy." You know, we need to tell Bin Laden that we're gonna go over there and send the SEAL team and assassinate him for 9/11. But you know what? It's a big thing in history now. Now you're gonna have to read about this. Now high school kids are gonna be like, "Why did we kill this general?" This Iran general did something really bad. Personally, I don't think it was against the Geneva Convention, but he did a real bad thing. It's like giving a monkey a loaded gun. Should we give monkeys loaded guns? No. That he got his hands on information, even though he didn't made it, but then he distributed. Either way, he committed a crime. So that's why he's no longer with us, and thank God. And we saved lives, even though we lost lives because of this distributing information how to make IEDs to terrorist group. So he was part of this little group. I don't know how many there were, but he was part of this little group. It wasn't huge. It wasn't like the Nazi Party or anything back in World War II, but it was something little enough that we didn't know. And we didn't know he was in a group until after the war back in Iraq, back in the 90s. So, but we obviously we kept tabs and got information while he was doing, and we traced it back to him. So that's why things happen. So if kids, high school kids, if you're worried about it, don't worry. You're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. I'll send them messages out to lunkers and tell them that, thank you for the video, thank you for the information. Thank you for from your point of view. But I'm gonna put the link down in the chat here. It's one of those things where we can't forget about, but yet again, we can still remember. But like I said, this is why I'm not in the military because of epilepsy, and also trying to process it because right right now, I mean, you give an orders, but you don't think about it. So, but we got a bad guy off the planet. Let's just say so. It's good for us. People are happy. People are upset. I know this is bad, but if you worry about people over there and blah blah blah, that's why Donald Trump is sending troops over there just to help them out, kind of thing. Also, over there, why the U.S. embassy, if you haven't noticed, there was groups from Iraq and Iran groups. I don't know if it was government related, but there was troops over there fighting up groups from Iran and Iraq and stuff that was terrorizing the U.S. embassy over there in Baghdad. So that led up to one thing, and next thing shot this man and we assassinated him with a missile. So, um, another thing is, I'm thinking about closing my I don't know if I should make any shirts or sweaters or hoodies or anything, or what I should call it, any merchandise. I looked at the facts, and what I need to make a profit is not nothing bad, but I need people to buy. So I don't see me making any more adjustments to anything unless you guys are like, yeah, we want this. See the six sweatshirt I have. It's pretty cool. I got them and it's comfortable. But you know, I do have a code, but I don't know if I should give it out there. I could, you know, see if I can drop the price, but like I said, I don't know. With the Iraqi government, but back what I was saying about Iraqi and Iran government. Literally, this is news article. One missile reported to land in near the American embassy in Baghdad on Saturday. It did show at the airport. But I don't know what happened. But there's videos clips on YouTube, Facebook. YouTube's got it. Uh, it's I'm not even in now. It's more news is coming now. But it's 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 not worth talking a lot more because I'm just making myself look like a dumbass right now. It's really you can look it up for yourself. But I'm just telling you guys why they did it before you get because all you guys should probably look at is the caption and be like, "We did what?" Do your research for yourselves. And, make sure you get knowledge of that. Make sure you get informed. Um, but that's why this ain't gonna cause a war. So because they won't even. So yeah, Lunker TV. I'm gonna put this thing down before. But Golden Lunkers TV video. I'm gonna post it down in the chat. I'm gonna make another video tonight. I'll post it up. It won't be about this. But Lunker TV did this, and I'm gonna reach out to him on Twitter, saying that I shared the video to inform friends. So honestly, I don't care. Right now, people are not watching my stream. I don't know who's the one person here, but people come across this later on. It's always on the internet. So for a fact, I'm just informing you what's basically just happened. So its title is War with Iran. So if you don't know what it is, it's the middle one. It's can I like copy this? Well, hello there. Welcome over here. He really goes. He does this quicker than I do. So because I'm like I don't have all the information. Only thing I got is by him watching the video and what he said why we did the missile attack and launch it. So, and I look good when I shaved. So let's change the subject here. Before I go, this if anyone wants to put down in the chat I'm gonna do a whole video. What are my plans besides this? But I just had to make the stream, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. Just follow me on Twitter. It is C Williams 0050. So I'm gonna go here and I'll make a video. So have a good night, good day. If you like this live stream, you like me just posting up things what's going on the news and in the world. I don't mind doing them. I'm not gonna get involved with it. But if you are in the military and you are serving right now, and you've been in the military, thank you for your service. This is the kind of stuff that people don't realize. We have a lot of people in the military still, and they will get called in the one in the, with literally saying that getting the message being like you have to be at base in an hour because we're deploying you. So literally like that, Donald Trump said, "I'm deploying thousands of troops over there." He literally everyone got up and they went. So that's why my Instagram buddy, she's um next thing I know, she's lost in Massachusetts. Don't know what she was doing over there. Obviously, maybe she was stationed over there, but now she's in the middle of the sea. So I actually be heading over there. So bye. If you like this, just give me a thumbs up. If you want to know why I did this and you want to reach out to me, just go down in the description below and just go down in the comments. I mean, and just ask me through there, or you just go through my Twitter if you want to be private about it, which is fine.